What's up? You're out in God's country with Reid
and Dan,
also known as the Brothers Hunt, where we take a weekly drive to the intersection of country music and the great outdoors. You forgot great.
All right.
Two things that go together like camo and cowboys.
Or the Atlanta Braves and the 90s.
Man.
Brought to you by MeatEater and iHeart Podcast.
Got another fam day. We've known this guy forever. He literally took his first record deal meeting after a podcast he did with us in my double wide trailer 5-6 years ago.
Singing Son of a Gun.
Oh, dude. I knew from the first time I heard him sing, man, he has been one of my favorite singers in town.
He's a crooner.
Country
boy singer, country boy crooner.
Country boy crooner.
A camouflage country crooner cowboy.
Mr. Drew Parker's on the couch. Man, got a little baby like Dan. We're all kind of doing this thing together, it feels like, in town, just kind of coming up at the same time. And we share a lot of similarities with Drew.
Got a 4-week-old. I got a 1.5-week-old.
Yeah,
you're welcome that I'm here.
He's been out on tour with Luke. He's going out on the road with Cody Johnson this fall. Just grinding, man. He's had some hit songs, great stories.
Great album.
Just a great dude.
Great dude. Better on a boat because you know your boy right there.
Man, we wrote some great songs that didn't
make it. You're welcome that I'm here. So I'm a slave to your entertainment because my child is a 1.5 weeks old. But I'm here because I love you and I love God's country and I love that you're hanging out with us.
Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that follow button.
See you later.
We love you.
Love
you. We gotta go. We got a way back day. We got a buddy.
Yeah, man, it's
good buddy on the couch. We got a cowboy hat wearing. Look at your intro right here, DP. Cowboy hat wearing, hit songwriting, girl daddin, deer killing, Drew country, camouflage cowboy.
What, you just called him country?
Dude, I was
Parker.
Yeah, country camouflage cowboy Parker. Dude, thanks for coming on, dog.
Thank y'all for having me.
I'm gonna push this mic in just a little bit.
You tan, man. You been tanning?
I mean, I've been outside more than I've.
Your shins look tan.
My shins look tan.
They look great.
Yeah, dude, how are your legs tan?
Shining.
Have you been like in the? So you've been outside, but what you been doing?
Well, I mean, it's been so hot, so like anytime I can, get the girls out at the swimming pool, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
New girl, new baby.
I got brand new baby, dude. That's why I look this way.
Oh, don't tell me brand new.
I know.
How brand new? What's brand new?
Mine's 4 weeks old.
Mine is a week and 2 days.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, that is
early.
So me and Dan look exactly how you think we feel.
Yeah. Actually, I probably feel worse than I look.
Really?
I'll tell you this.
You look pretty bad.
Yeah.
Do I?
I mean, I've gotten good at hiding it, I think. You know, because you don't want to like look tired all the time. But you know, I am
bro,
tired.
let's be real. Once you have a kid, you're pretty much tired all the time. You just figure it out.
It is. But like, I think the weird thing is obviously how crazy, you know, what we do is, you know. But like, I'm on the road, and so like I'm out on the road, and it's like super late nights, and then you get back home, and you like have to immediately get back on the schedule, right?
Yeah,
and you like. It's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, I went to bed at, you know, probably 3 a.m. Saturday night, got back home yesterday, and like wanted to nap, really couldn't nap.
Dude, they
finally
don't care.
got to nap for like 45 minutes maybe before Harley was ready to play again.
Yeah, dude, she don't know.
She has no idea.
She just knows you're at work.
She also don't care.
She don't care.
Right.
No.
And when you get back, it's go time.
Tough, you know?
You think Boone cared this morning at 5:55? You think he cared that I was like, could have slept in another 3 hours?
Yeah.
No, sir. Dada! He does that, and then I open the door.
My wife is good about going, like, hey, like, don't go wake daddy up or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
nice.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's a trooper.
So I mean, obviously by now, I think it's safe to say by now that all of our wives kind of understand the insanity.
Oh, for
schedule wise
of what we do.
I think they just see it. I mean, I think they just see like how.
Well, I don't think it takes long. I think like how long did you dated your wife for a while though, right?
Yeah, a couple years. I I mean, we were dating before I moved to Nashville.
Right.
He's young.
That's what I'm saying. You and Cheyenne saw the whole process.
6 years.
Jordan was already.
That's what Cheyenne told me.
My wife was already in the process.
I walked in, she was crying. She goes, "One more Christmas. You got one more Christmas." I was like, "Okay, dude."
To live or
I was like, "Okay." I went straight.
So what?
The next, she would kill me. Dude. She would kill me. I mean, she would. I think my wife would have no problem murdering me if I did something to deserve it.
Yeah.
And she's actually
she's
actually told me
all that to say why. I mean, they figured out pretty fast when you're in it like we are now how crazy and chaotic it is, man.
I mean, you can make plans for vacation and then those plans go away
Quickly.
at the drop of a phone call.
That's the drop of a phone call. At the drop of a 3-minute phone call,
and then
that week of vacation,
and then that week that you blocked off can also go away,
dude. And it's so hard to not be like so selfish in those moments and be like, "Well, dadgummit, dude, like what? I was looking forward to this."
Yeah,
you said "dude" there. It's almost like you were referring to someone or something.
Huh?
No dudes over here.
All right, keep moving. Keep it moving. So you got a brand new baby. That's awesome.
Yeah,
little girl.
Another little girl. I'm officially a girl dad.
That's awesome. Man.
How many are you gonna go?
This is it, I think.
You done 2 and through?
Yeah, man. I look at
you. You know, it's not up to you,
dude. Well, my wife, she's good.
Okay.
It's funny. When we first got married, she was like, she wanted a whole like litter, dude, and
a litter. That's great.
I mean, I guess I got a litter now, technically.
And I was like, no, 2 and done. And now it's kind of like, I'd go one more. And she's like, no, I'm good.
What? That's rare to me. Usually I feel like it's the wife saying,
yeah,
I'd go one more. The dude's like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out, dude.
I just don't think she doesn't completely love being pregnant.
Yeah, dude, I get that.
Yeah, my wife says the same thing.
Like that 9 months.
I don't get that,
just,
but I get that.
Yeah.
She's not in
we can't get that, but I understand.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, how wild is it that like, bro, you know what I was thinking about? We've said this before on the podcast. Me and Dan had this Brothers Hunt podcast,
right?
And you came over to my trailer, double wide.
Yep, remember this?
In this garb and this get up, but you had a bag with you, and we were like, and you had this big box, your cowboy hat box, and we were like, I was like, what are you? And you were like, I have my first record deal meeting.
That was COVID.
It was COVID because it was on Zoom.
I remember this, dude. It was on Zoom.
And you had your record deal meeting. We had to like clean up the back of my room and hang a picture so Drew looked like it was like official. And he was in a double wide on top of a hill down.
I remember the quote I remember hearing when I walked by. I was like, see how it's going, and I like put my ear to the door, which I didn't have to because the walls in that trailer were like that thin. I could just hear it.
No doubt.
But I heard somebody say, you know, we feel like a lot of people are trying to copy what the 90s were, but Drew, you are what the 90s were. I was like, oh, he got him.
And he's probably like, you dang right I am. You dang right I am.
Gosh, man.
Oh, they'll
but
say
dude,
anything.
Go back, like think about that. That was, I mean, the COVID, so 4 years ago. Dude, and we're literally sitting here on Music Row. Thank God we've all been successful and had enough, go on that we're sticking around. But dude, we got kids and we got houses and we got
it happened quick.
Dogs and dude, it just like it's fun, man. It's fun in whatever scenario you are in life. Like it's fun finding your crew and growing up with them through it. Yeah, man, through a whole thing, dude.
You know, I think I heard that very early on. You know, it's like, well, you'll find your crew and then you'll grow up together. And I'm like, oh,
okay,
really? Okay,
yeah.
But dude, man, I mean, like, I truly have those friends that I can call on for anything.
1,000%,
no doubt.
Maybe
and
even
y'all are 2 of those.
Maybe even in the middle of the night,
for sure.
At some show.
I haven't done that. Oh, I did.
Where
I was gonna say I haven't done that yet, but I definitely have done that.
To me last week.
You may not remember that you did.
You better wake
this
up,
was
man.
That was 2 weeks ago. So you weren't a new dad. Like you didn't have the baby yet. So I don't feel so bad.
Dude, you shouldn't feel bad.
I was trying to prepare you for the next week.
Right. Yeah, for the next 6 months of my life.
Just like a baby crying in the middle of the night. It was just me crying and calling in the middle of the night.
Oh man.
It was wild. That phone call ended with Luke going, "You're a beautiful man. We can't hear anything you're saying. See you later." I was like, "Oh, okay."
You're like, yes, go back to bed.
It wasn't that late. It was probably 10:30, 11 o'clock.
I think I called you once and you didn't answer, and I was like, okay, that's good enough for me. And then I got brought someone else's telephone.
It was a wild crew. It was like a wild crew because it was like J-Mo was there.
Oh, J-Mo was there.
And I was like, what? And then Ray was there, and then Luke and you.
It was just
and Jamie and Nunley. It was it was a weird.
It was a perfect storm for this.
And then Chris
happen.
Hughes was there, like Chris Money.
Yeah,
it's wild. Anyway, yeah, you can call us anytime, and we will answer.
Well, I appreciate that.
On the third time you call.
I honestly cannot believe you woke up to answer this.
I was up. Yeah, it wasn't no big deal. Okay. I just had to go. They were like, "Are you in the bathroom with your shirt off?" I was like,
"Oh,
yes."
You know what? We were on Eastern time, so it was also like an hour earlier here.
Yeah, it was earlier.
So that kind of helped.
It wasn't no big deal.
Drew, you mad at anything, dude?
Oh, I forgot. Did we tell him about this?
Yeah. What you mad at? Just tell us what it is, what you mad at. Is it your in-laws' kids? Might be your boss man or your neighbor's cat. Just tell us what you're mad at.
I am mad at Poison Oak, dude. Poison Oak got me on the back of the calf. Look at that, dude.
Hey, you a scratcher too.
I have to. You know what? Yeah. Here's how I feel about it.
You about to start bleeding, bro.
Are you one of those that feel like you can scratch it away?
No, but I'm just like, I'm not one of those.
Like
I know you can't scratch it away. I know you can't. But what I am, before I spray it with the calamine, it's like, I'm going to get mine. You know what I mean? So I'll go nuts on it. Open it up, then hit it with the calamine. Because I'm like, it itches.
It's a pretty good philosophy.
I'm not going to what am I going to do? Not scratch it and spray it on there? No, I'm going to get mines, then I'm going to spray it.
It's like one of those things too, though. Like when you do scratch it, you're like, I think this feels good, but I know it's like not.
I know
good.
this is plus not the right thing to be doing, but it feels
some weird psycho part of me that feels like if I just open it up and then shoot the calamine into my veins, that the burn makes it the stupidest thing.
The poison I was like, oh, no,
it's like,
he's in the house.
Oh, he opened it up.
It's like spraying on the outside before opening the front door and spraying.
Plus, man,
that's funny.
There's always picks everywhere in my house, washer, dryer, combing place. There's always picks everywhere, and they make great scratching poison.
Never pick up. If you ever go to
I'm not doing
house,
it with yours, Ray. I'm not scratching with yours, Ray.
That's good.
Anyway, that's what I'm mad at. Poison oak. It's just that time of year. It's deer stand time.
Dude, I usually get
time. So like, I get it.
I usually get one like.
Remember you had it on your face that time?
No, dude. That's what I'm saying. One heaping case of poison ivy on my face. But I'm so allergic to it. Like, if I'm downwind of it, and like if and the wind blows, dude, I'll get it. Really? Absolutely, and it'll go bonkers.
Dude, were you doing what you were doing in shorts?
Yeah, it was a bad move. But here's what
were you doing?
Well, I helped my neighbor put his lawnmower on his lawnmower went dead, or what?
Now he's mad. Now he's just turned into mad at this thing,
dude.
It threw a belt, and so I had to use my tractor to get it on the tractor, on the trailer. So when I did, I was coming back, and I was like, I could mow that real quick. So I bush hogged in shorts. Don't do it. Never do that.
It's terrible.
I know not to do that, and I still did it.
It's terrible.
Bad move.
You know the thing, you just got to go, like the quickest way to get it out, go get a shot immediately. When you feel it, go get a shot and tell him to give you a Z-Pack, just a steroid pack, and just take them.
I don't think you take a Z-Pack on top of the shot.
I promise you do. That's the fastest way. The shot only lasts for like 3 days, and it doesn't kill it.
Let me tell you this.
It doesn't get it all.
Let me tell you this. If you don't want to do that, Walgreens does a spray-on calamine.
I heard you say spray on calamine.
And I'm going to tell you something. You just kind of, and dude, it'll knock it out.
Is it still pink or is it clear?
I mean, it's clear. Look at it. It's clear.
Yeah.
And it's not itching. It's like it's not even there right now.
It's definitely there.
It's definitely there. Go.
No, it's like I'm itching.
This is taking too long. Go.
Man,
what you mad at? All right.
I'm mad at myself, dude. I'm mad at myself this morning. My wife's out of town, and I have the kids by myself. So last night, blew the jumper up in our backyard, threw Oak in there. He loves it. Griffin comes down the stairs, and she steps onto the yard.
Griffin's 2.
Yeah, Griffin's 2. And she steps onto the yard, and you would have thought she'd stepped in like lava, dude. She was standing there going, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? She was like, come pick me up. I was like, what? It's grass. She goes, there's too much shoey. And I was like, what? There's no shoey. She was like, we can't step in dog shoey. And I think I scared her so bad one time because she almost stepped in
You're like, hey, what's that Shoey?
I was like, hey, because like she was looking at it. And I think she was like I was like, hey. I was like, that's dog Shoey. I was like, it's all over the yard.
It's funny that you call it Shoey. What do y'all call it?
I love that. I don't know.
We call it boo boo. Like, oh, what's
Yeah.
that? Watch out for that
Boo
boo
boo.
boo.
Yeah, Shoey.
Dog poop.
But anyway,
Dog poop? You can just go straight up dog poop.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I would like for my kids to have a childhood, so I call it boo boo instead of poop, man. Come on, dude.
What you think? Poop just
I mean, they're 4. You don't get introduced to the word poop till you're like 6.
Really?
Yeah, boo boo, Shoey. Bad job.
Boo boo.
number 2.
Boo boo is what you do when you get.
Yeah, we
A
do.
boo-boo.
We do run
Poison-
into that.
poison-
Yeah, we do run into that.
You got a boo boo on the back of your
Dude, you
leg,
got
dude.
boo boo on your
I'm
leg.
like-
You're like, wait, what?
No, I'm like, you have a boo boo, or did you boo boo?
Right.
That's true. Good
Yeah,
point.
so
So
Griffin-
I'll validate that. That's
Griffin's terrified, and dude, it was a dang thing last night for about an hour getting her anywhere to walk in my yard because she's just landmine Shoey bombs laying all over.
Is
my
there
backyard.
really Shoey everywhere?
I mean, I got two big dogs.
They have
and
Shoey everywhere.
not everywhere, but no, it's not everywhere, and that's what I was trying to tell her. I was like, "You're not."
But
It's
you ruined her, is what you're saying.
It was I was mad at myself last night for making it such a big deal.
Yeah,
I wish
step in.
I just never said anything. She just stepped in it. We just wipe it off and go on.
Yeah.
So now I'm fighting the battle of getting her to walk anywhere in my yard.
You know what else? You can just spray that off, dude.
Well, tell that to a 2-year-old.
Well, after you've scared them, it's a little different deal. But yeah. And it sounds like I need to tell that to a 38-year-old or however old you are.
What you mad at anything, dude?
I'm slightly getting over what I'm mad at, but I'm still kind of mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been like a year-long mad.
Oh gosh, we're getting
Love
deep
this.
in
It's a
here.
good one. So I've been.
Don't make it politics.
Oh, it's not politics.
Don't make it about your wife either.
So I wanted to build this thing at my house, this like place to write songs, you know.
Okay.
And I got told that basically my yard wasn't big enough to like extend my like septic tank or whatever, and so I was gonna be able to put like I wanted to build a pool house with like like a writing room above it.
Yeah, man.
But I couldn't finish the room above it, but I wanted a full bathroom in the pool house part, right?
They're like,
so pool house, garage, writing room. They were going to allow me to like put the bathroom in the pool house side, but by doing that, I couldn't finish the writing room upstairs. And I'm mad at like
But you
common
could-
sense that like I'm allowed to have a bathroom, but can't have this room.
Why can't
because
you have
my septic system isn't big enough? What sense does that make?
Do you have to have a bathroom up there?
No, but I want a full bathroom in it. But they okayed the bathroom.
I'm just wondering why you can't put something on top of a bathroom.
The bathroom is okay.
So what does that have to
The
do with the
room-
septic?
Yeah,
If there's no septic going to it?
exactly.
We
I
need
would
some
be
we need
mad
some
at that.
comments in the
I
comment
mean,
section of why
I'm allowed to
that's-
have a bathroom, but can't finish the writer's room that I wanted to build.
And the contractor was telling you this.
The
builder.
That
not
doesn't make any
survey,
sense.
The permit people,
Codes, guys.
codes guys, yeah, codes. I'm allowed to have
huh.
a bathroom. I guess by finishing the room upstairs, it then like looks like somebody might live there, and the bathroom is going to get used more than if nobody does live there. I don't know. It makes no sense to me, so that's what I'm mad about.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
mad.
And I've
I'm
been
mad-
mad for
I'm
a long
mad at
time because I built this whole thing because I wanted to write songs in it, and
Mhm.
I'm getting told I can't.
Is that Davidson County?
No,
Yeah, what county are you
it's
in?
not Sumner.
Where is that?
Like Hendersonville.
Oh, okay.
North of town.
Yeah.
That's weird, man. We're running into that right now too. Some of that code stuff. Whew, it gets
It
crazy.
ain't fun, dude.
No,
I'm getting over it though. We're working through it.
doesn't sound like it.
No, it sounds like you've been holding a grudge for a while.
I have.
It's okay, man.
I'll just go ahead and get this story out of the way. So
Hurry up because we got to talk about Drew more.
the way it's about Drew. The way me and Drew met was pretty funny. We were on the bus together. Got called on as had you ever done a bus run at that point? I hadn't.
With him, yeah,
I hadn't with him.
I have.
Okay.
I had. Yeah.
So I meet Drew. I remember you had like a Braves hat on.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was like, love at first sight. You remember what I was wearing?
I kind of do. I kind of do. And I remember thinking, oh, he must be a Georgia guy, which was correct.
Like another one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here we go
Exactly.
again.
I was like that. And so I think Luke was real tired. He just went straight to the back or something when he walked on. Or maybe he was already asleep and me and you just hung out all night.
Yeah.
And so we immediately became fast friends. We come in, we start writing, which is now one too many, right? That was the Luke walks on the bus or in the front with us.
Bro, you're scratching with
Sorry. That's just a regular scratch, and that's not a poison ivy scratch. And
right.
He says, "Hey man, I've had this chorus.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
And if we can get the verses right on this song, we'll cut it on my next record."
Yeah.
And we were like,
no pressure.
Like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, no
like,
pressure.
Well, we're working on that the rest of the time.
Yeah,
which
I
we
didn't
did.
Care. Yeah, I didn't
I
care.
didn't either.
That was what we were going to finish.
He said that. We were like, okay, dude, let's go. So I think over the course of the next 3 days, we had some fun. Like we did some, I don't know what we did. I think we shot guns or something.
We went to like,
where was that?
Like Ohio. University of Miami, Ohio is where we
we went to because you got us locked out. Remember when you left the door slammed? That was really funny.
Yes.
Okay. So we work on this song all weekend. I guess it's like a 4-day run. It needs a bridge and we can't come up with it. Like we just can't. I mean, literally for a day, I think we were trying. We just could not get this bridge lined up to the point it's the last night of the bus run and we don't have the bridge.
Stories like this are why, are what makes these songs great, man.
Yeah,
this is true.
I mean, this is like straight pressure right here. I mean,
I love this. I love this story so much, and everybody listening to this is going to love the story so much. I'm so glad you're telling the story.
And at this point, it was like, dude, if we don't get this bridge, I mean, A, he may not cut the song and may lose the interest in the song. B, he may bring some other dude on it to cut. So then it's, you know what I mean? You're splitting it up even more.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass the story to you and let you take, because we were working up to literal showtime.
Yeah. So this was like Saturday night. So last show of the weekend. We had been out Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Yeah. So like we're running out of time to like finish this song.
Pressure's mounting a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, at this point,
we had 2 great verses, but like it was just like, you know, like it needed something, you know? And so Luke like goes to play the show. And me and Dan were like, dude, we got to finish this. So, like, we're not even going to go, like,
because we knew post-show it was, you're not writing after the show.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
So, we're like, dude, we've got to finish this. So, like, we, like, go in and, like, watch Luke go on stage or whatever. And then we're like, hey, let's, like, go work on this. So, we go back to the bus. We're working on the song. And I'm like, we can't come up with nothing. I'm like, all right, dude, let's go in. Let's just watch the show. If we feel inspired or whatever, we can come back to the bus, or me and you are going to finish the song.
And right now, it ain't working. No, dude. No. I'm thinking, no, we need to grind and we got to get it done. He's like, dude, we need to go see the show. I was like, all right, let's go.
So we go in, me and Dan are standing side stage. And this was, I mean, I don't even know what year this would have been.
2020, 19, 17, 18.
It
was way earlier.
So, it was like that moment when everybody was tweeting and like whatever, Luke wanting the shotgun a beer with him, right? So we're standing side stage and I see like Luke during, I think like Don't Tempt Me With a Good Time.
I want to say he'd only had 2 hits at this time.
Maybe 2.
I want to say it was like Rains and Hurricane. That was it.
Yeah. Maybe just Hurricane.
Maybe just Hurricane. Yeah.
So during Don't Tempt Me With a Good Time, he would like take his drink and he would like throw it in the crowd and the crowd would go absolutely berserk. And I was like, man, we need like that. We need that kind of thing. And I'm standing there and I look at Dan and I'm like, dude, I got it.
Oh, man,
it gives
me chill bumps, dude.
Because I know what it is. I got it.
I know what it is now.
You're like, oh, you got it.
No, you either like, oh, you got it, or you like, you better got it. You better got it.
So we go to the bus.
Because if you don't got it, I'm gonna be real mad at you.
I like pick up the guitar and I like do the chorus, and then I get to this bridge and I'm like, you know, I start like kind of mumbling through like what it was gonna somewhat be like, and it was like,
but you sold the idea harder than you sold the lyric.
Oh, for sure. I like mumbled through this thing. I was like, what you say we shotgun one? I was like, dude, imagine, dude.
He gets off the couch.
How sick, man.
I was like, imagine, dude. He has a beer and he shotguns this beer in front of this crowd, and the crowd just goes berserk. Like that moment will be iconic, you know? And I was like, he could even get a fan up and shotgun a beer with him. Like, I don't know what
he's selling it.
And Dan goes, nah, man. I
shot it down.
Of course.
And I'm like,
of
course.
I shot it down like an idiot.
I'm like, what's wrong with that, dude?
I was like, man, he kind of already does that with
He's
the
like,
thing.
he's got that thing. I'm like, he don't shotgun a beer in the show, and everybody wants to shotgun a beer with this guy.
I was like, yeah, I guess you're kind of right. He doesn't necessarily shot.
And
And
then
I think you had shotgun one.
Yeah, I like had like pieces of the whole thing, and I had the shotgun one. And
I
I'm
remember
like, then
that.
he like shotguns a beer. And Dan he was like, man, I just don't know. And so then he like has me going, yeah, maybe that.
Maybe
ain't
I'm an
maybe
idiot.
Maybe I am an idiot. You know. And I was like, here's the thing: we don't have anything else. This
gets us
I think
across the finish line.
Yeah,
Correct.
for sure.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was like, we can mention it to Dad, which we call Luke Dad.
yeah,
Uh,
because he's our father,
yes.
He makes
So-
all the decisions are
earthly father,
After the show, we're
but not really.
like, hey, we think we got a bridge for that song to Luke, and he's like, all right, well, let me hear it. And so
Wait, before we played it, he sold it again. He was like, all right, picture this. I can see you standing
Yeah,
up
I
saying
did.
this. So then we played. He was like, that's it. That's absolutely it. He's like, they'll love it. I was like, yeah, I know. I said that same thing when he told me. I was like, this is it, Drew.
Yeah.
And now it's like one of
it's a staple.
Oh,
the
dude.
biggest moments of the live show.
Yeah, I just literally this weekend. I mean, I've been on tour with him this year, and we had our last show Saturday night. And the owner of the Houston Texans is out there shotgunning a beer with him during that song, and I'm like, I mean, that don't happen without me and Dan.
Dude,
Well,
not
really
only, I
you.
mean, bro, it's he had the whole cast
CJ
of
Stroud.
Twisters
I
come
know.
out.
Yeah.
Um,
I've done it with him.
I'm
y- yeah, it's
I'm
it's an
trying to think of, like,
absolute.
who I've seen do it with him, and I've just
Oh,
been
I
like,
have seen. I could go. I mean, I could go
mean,
forever.
this is-
What's the? I'm losing this. Mahomes.
yeah,
yeah, that's a big one.
Mahomes did it.
But I mean,
Travis Kelce.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he will do that for the rest of his life, for the rest of his touring.
And shout out Tyler King. Tyler King and Luke had worked on that song. He's
oh
on
yeah.
tune.
I mean, we wouldn't have even been in the position to be able to do this.
Correct.
That's a
without-
killer
when they
song,
had a
man.
chorus, but-
That's a killer moment.
Anyway,
That's
also,
super
like,
cool.
It like does a lot of things because, like, I mean, we got to hear Kix Brooks and Ronnie Dunn sing on a song
For
like
sure.
that
that was
too.
nuts.
You know,
for
so that's
sure.
really cool.
Yeah, I forgot they were on that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was nuts. Anyway, that's how me and Drew got to know each other, was over that.
yeah.
I was like, what a terrible idea. What a brilliant idea. So glad I.
And dude, I've never let
No.
Dan live this down.
No, but
I
you
mean, any
shouldn't.
chance I get to like,
Like if we're
Sting
at
it.
a show or something, when that moment happens, they'll be like, I'm like, yeah, okay.
It's kind of me.
I
man.
make sure he knows.
That's awesome.
And then he'll co-writes like, I mean, the only song we ever wrote got cut by Luke, and we can't write together anymore.
I know. No, we got another one on my record.
I'm just saying you would do that
Oh yeah, for sure.
until you got to do it.
Tell everybody where you're exactly from in Georgia,
I grew up in a town called Covington, Georgia.
which is where.
It's between Atlanta and Athens, Atlanta, Macon. So like I'm like 45 minutes from Macon, 45 minutes from Athens, 45 minutes from Atlanta.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with some Braves. Here's a little Braves trivia. Me and Dan do this all the time.
Gosh.
Give us. Let's look at, like, if we're looking at the field, man.
Okay.
You've got David Justice in right,
Okay.
Fred McGriff first,
Okay.
Javi Lopez at the
behind the plate.
behind the plate. Can you fill in the rest?
No chance.
No chance.
No chance.
I thought you were a Braves guy.
I am. There's no chance I'm doing that.
90s Braves, you can't do it. Just start and see how far you go.
You ain't even got to fill it in. Just give us some
Chipper at
names.
third.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You know,
later
yeah.
90s. It was late 90s.
Still in the game.
Andrew Jones in center.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless Kenny Lofton's there, but yeah, you're right.
God, y'all trying to go way back.
No, I'm just saying we just know our Braves, dude. Who's at second?
Y'all.
This is the one that
This
gets
is the one.
everybody
It's the one.
because they flip them.
This is the test.
I have no idea.
It could either be Blauser,
Or Lemke.
Mark.
Remember Mark Lemke?
Mark Lemke, yeah.
That's way back.
Jeff Blauser.
Y'all, so here's
They would
the thing.
switch short in
that,
second.
That I mean, obviously I know like Braves history, but like I was even like their first World Series, I was too young to like know what.
Yeah,
was
you're a
happening.
lot younger than us.
That's true. I didn't even think
I
about
mean,
that.
I was 5.
It's like who's your
4 or 5.
who's your
I mean, I'm the same age my daughter is now, and there's no way she would know who's on the Braves
oh
right now.
no.
You know what I mean?
Harley. Get
Way
in
to
here.
expose how old we are immediately.
But there's a big difference between like 5 and like y'all are probably like
10.
8 or 9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I might would know it then.
Oh, dude, we watched every game.
Because I could go like probably the next like thing. Like
Okay, what's
Chipper,
the next?
Yeah, like, give us to it.
Rafael Furcal.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm out.
You know,
I'm out. I don't even think about Furcal.
Javi. God, he lived in Covington, dude.
Left fielder.
Right field. Oh, dude. What in the world? I can't think of his name.
See, we go Klesko.
Ryan Klesko.
Klesko was right or left. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got, our dudes were Glavin, Maddox, Smoltz.
See, I'm in on that.
Lefty.
Not John Rocker though. He can kick John Rocks.
I love John Rocker.
No, you don't. You don't. Remember? You don't anymore.
We watched all those games. My granddad watched every.
He's like a preacher now, I think.
No way.
I've heard this.
John Rocker
Turn his life around.
Maybe that's completely wrong. We need someone here to fact check us. But
my pa watched every Braves game on TV, so we sat there in front of the TV and watched it with him.
Yeah,
and we'd do the whole thing.
Andre Scalabrga, remember him?
Yeah.
See, that's a good one. That's a good pull right there.
Yeah. David Justice was my guy. That was my dude. Kind of like Kroger brand King Griffey.
Are they good now? Are they good this year?
Dude, they're having a terrible year.
Are they?
They were really, really good, and they've literally gone from as far in first place as you can be to they are now out of the wild card right now.
Oof. Tell them about that one game you went to.
Which one? The one I got?
Where they got drilled.
Oh.
It's like, or...
Yeah. Well, I went...
It was
game 5 of the they're NL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, NLDS and or ALDS. I can't remember. But yeah, I went with Tyler Braden. He's a huge Braves fan, and they got him like the organization sent him a jersey with his name on the back and gave him 4 seats behind home plate, and it was like me and Randy Montana and Tyler and his now wife. And we were sitting by like all the rappers and stuff, and everybody was like, "Oh!" right before the game. And they were playing the Cardinals, and it's a game that the Cardinals put up 10 in the first inning, and it was like literally.
I was at that game.
Where you went to that game?
I was at that game.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
I was at that game.
Yeah, we left pretty early, like 4th.
Yep, I was at that game.
It was tough.
Man, I was about to say something about the Braves, and now I can't remember what I was going to say.
Pretty influential sports team, if I do say so myself.
Oh, dude, especially for the South, yeah.
Dude, let's just talk about this. I think baseball season is way too long.
It's too long.
Way too long. I can't
180 games, dude.
Dude, I can't
180 games?
Or 160 maybe.
In NBA's 80 games. Yes. Well, yeah.
160 a year.
Sheesh.
They're playing 2 times a week for.
It's just too long.
Months.
I think this is probably an unpopular opinion.
I'm gonna
some
say
people love to watch the whole season. I think 100 games is plenty.
Dude, absolutely.
80 games is plenty, dude.
Wow.
I think the NBA season's too long.
What is it?
81 games.
That's crazy.
Or 82, something like that.
Sheesh, man.
Yeah. Well, it's just, which I get it. Like sports fans, they're making a bunch of money. They sell out all those games, whatever.
Yeah,
but
sure.
We had
it's a
a
business.
buddy of ours that played, and man, for the money that they get paid a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, they miss like life.
That's what people don't realize, man.
No, they definitely don't. You're in this. You're doing it right now.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah.
Not that though.
Right.
They play every night of the week.
How many shows y'all play this year?
I mean, I'll probably play 80 maybe.
Yeah. So in NBA season.
But that's 80. That's 80 shows. But
Weekends.
you're stacking on 4 days
Right.
of being gone
Travel.
on those 80.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
nobody
looking
thinks about those days. They only think about the show.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
That's it.
What is it? You get paid for the drive. You play for free, but you get paid for the drive.
Yeah.
The time.
Paid for the time. Travel.
Man, that sitting around in
Play
the
for free.
stadium is tough on the brain, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Still love it?
I do.
Good.
I do. I will say I got to a place where I was like, it was tough, like I hadn't put out no music in a while, and it was just kind of felt like I didn't know, what was I doing it for, kind of sense, you know what I mean? But man, I mean, the last 12 months I've been like super fired up and just back at it and actually having a blast.
What was it that like put the fire under you again?
Good songs.
Mm.
Yep. Writing good songs again, and just people kind of, I kind of bought into the whole TikTok thing too, and that's actually been fun. I mean, for the longest time, I feel like I kind of fought that.
Interesting.
Good for you, dude.
No, I'm really interested in this, like, because a lot of people despise it, right? especially like of our cut from our cloth.
Yeah, for sure.
So what about it made you go, okay, man, whatever, I'll give this a shot? Realizing that there's a brand new generation that lives on
So
it.
I think the hardest thing is, I mean, I was just hard headed and like, man, I'm like 32 years old and I'm like, I'm not a TikTok guy, man. That ain't what I do. I just write good songs and if people want to, they'll find them, you know. But kids is what changed it for me. My whole deal, my whole goal when I moved to Nashville to chase this was like, provide for my family, and at whatever cost
that you didn't even necessarily have yet, hardly.
No, I wanted to make music
at whatever cost. That was an important.
Yeah,
that's an important
for sure
asterisk right there.
Yeah, I wanted to provide for my family, doing what I loved, and so I think, you know, I was having good success with While You're Gone back in 2020, and then I kind of quit putting out music. Not really quit putting out music, but just slowed down a lot. And I wasn't buying into the TikTok thing. That was what was crushing from like 2020 to like now, you know. And I was just like, man, that is not who I am. That is not who I am, and that's not who I'm going to be. I don't want to do that. And it wasn't like I thought people that did it were bad.
You just weren't you weren't dancing, dude.
It wasn't my thing to do that thing.
Totally.
And I mean, honestly, man, I was like, I just kind of had this come to Jesus with myself and was like, man, you said you would do whatever it took to provide for your family doing this.
Come on now.
And so then I was like, okay, well, if I've got I think it honestly goes back to like being in high school, and I like at the time like playing baseball. I was like, man, I'm giving it everything I got trying to do this baseball thing, you know? And then I graduated and I had gotten hurt my senior year and baseball was over. And when I was like, okay, I'm going to go do music. I'm going to chase music. And I look back on those times and I was like, when I thought I was giving 100%, it wasn't even close to 100%, right? So I kind of had that whole realization of like, man, in 10 years, I'm going to say I gave 100%. And when I go and look at my TikTok account and there ain't none on there, I wasn't. You know what I mean? And so it was just a culmination of all those kind of thoughts going through my head. And I don't know. I'm in a good place now. Like, I'm excited about it. I don't mind shooting content. I actually enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's finding a good way to do it. There's a healthy way to do it.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah, I mean.
I hadn't seen you dance yet.
No, you probably won't. You probably won't. Probably won't. Unless it's with like my daughter.
Let's make up a Love the Leaving.
It's in the
dance
right
now.
I love that song you and J-Mo wrote.
While You're Gone.
Where do you play that up?
D.
Oh, dude.
I'm just baking it with this baby arm. You're gonna come back with your bags packed. Listen me for too long. Yeah, I'll be right here drinking a beer, baby, while you're gone.
Dude, the smash, dude.
Bro, give him the guitar. Give him the guitar, and just can I just get a
pick in there?
Can you do a verse chorus of Love the Leaving?
It's real early.
Dude, this song.
That one just warmed me up because I said it's in the key of D. It's in the shape of D. It's in C sharp.
Oh,
so that just like
my bad.
crushed me.
Half a step higher.
I text you that I was mowing the yard or something and listening to Apple playlist or something, and this song came on, dude, and it crushed me.
It's probably in standard, dude.
All right, let's see.
If you can't do it, it's all good.
I'm trying to think of how to play it in this shape. I play it on piano when I play it, so I've never. Let's see, that'd be the one. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's rain too hard. You're so late. Don't get in that car. Just drive away. Oh, where would you go? I don't know how to play it. Who would I see? I ain't one to beg. But baby, please let me kiss that goodbye off your lips. Let your heart stay right where it is. You can hate me in the morning, but baby, tonight let me love the leaving off your mind. God, dude.
Yeah, I could have played that.
Dude.
I'm done. That's a killer.
That is a killer. And that is literally what I texted, man. I heard that song and I was like, bro, this Love the Leaving is a dang killer.
Thanks, man. So that song has a crazy story. I wrote that. That was the last song that was wrote for my record. My record was actually done, and I had this song wrote. We pitched it around. It went on hold like with 3 different guys within 2 hours. And the next day I had a song meeting with the label, just like finalize like.
Who put on hold? I'm curious.
Luke Morgan and Nate Smith.
Jeez.
I was in Kansas and with Luke, we were turkey hunting, and he's like, dude, Drew sent me an absolute hammer.
Yeah.
He said, but I listened to it, and he said, and yes, it is an absolute hit. He said, but I told him.
He did.
He's like, I told him he better cut that song.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was. So I mean, my record was like done in the sense, and so like, but anyway, ultimately we came to the conclusion of like the record's not done. We're gonna go back in and cut this, and so I texted Luke back, and I was like, hey man, I know you were kind of like it because it was like one of those things. It was like they literally all put it on hold at the same time, so it was just like whoever goes and cuts it first is just gonna cut it first. You know, we didn't really care.
Yeah, those are all 3 great cuts. Yeah.
And so I had like texted Luke, and I was like, hey man, I know that you had said like you're interested or whatever. I was like, but I think I'm actually going to go in the studio and cut it. And he was like, dude, I don't know why you weren't going to cut it to begin with. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't either. He was like, I told you that you needed to cut that song. He basically said the artist thing is a fleeting thing. And he said, you have a hit song that you can do it with, and you have to do it if that's what you want to do. He's like, and that was, I mean, it's tough though. Y'all know.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, how hard is it to go, okay, I'm like unproven, never had a hit as an artist.
Dude.
And I got 3 guys who have lots of hits.
Well, it also goes back to what you said, like, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to provide for my family.
100%. Exactly. And it's like, well, this is like a guarantee, you know? Yeah. And so.
Where does, man, like, I wonder about like that with not just you, but with other guys, man. Like, you have hit songs. You've written hit songs, giant mega hits. Like, you're good, bro. You could write songs for the rest of your life. Like, what is it in you that is chasing, that is wanting the artist thing? You know what I'm saying? And
dude,
like,
it honestly, it boils.
Because I quit, bro. Like, I stopped. I just wanted to write songs. I don't have it in me. What is in you that like you're going to be an artist, man?
It's literally one thing. I want to hear my voice on the radio.
It's always been a dream.
See, ours was
Dude, that's where I fell in love with country music. Was like riding in the truck with my dad, listening to the radio, and it's like I didn't go. Well, as a kid, I didn't go, man, I want to write that kind of song. I love writing songs. Don't get me wrong, like that. But that wasn't something I discovered until like after I got to Nashville. I came to Nashville to like sing songs. So I didn't come to Nashville to write songs. I didn't know what that meant, you know. But I realized once I got here that God had also given me the gift to write songs, and so like I was able to do that. But the kid inside of me that fell in love with country music fell in love with Alan Jackson singing on the radio, fell in love with Travis Tritt on the radio, you know. And so I want to be on the radio. Like that still means a lot to me. Sure. It still matters to me.
I respect that.
And I think too,
absolutely
like,
respect that.
Just the chip on your shoulder of like all the people, like, and I say all the people, I've been a very supported guy, like from back home and like my family, but like just the one person out there that says
feels good,
you know,
feels
like,
good.
And they don't know, they don't know what success is. Like the fact that I've been able to write songs for that, that's not good enough for me, for them. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it is.
Wait,
but I feel
that's not good enough for me.
I
for them.
completely
Okay.
understand what you're
Okay.
talking about, and I agree.
So like, I don't know. I just the next thing, just keep knocking those.
I feel like it's been a pretty steady climb for you as an artist. Like it just continually, it hasn't gone, but it's like continual, steady, which is a nice, true build.
Yeah,
of fans.
it is, man.
And of energy and of momentum. And
Well, and I've like stuck to who I am. I think is like the most important part to me. Like I haven't like tried to, other than like going and doing TikToks. I haven't like
yeah, the other day when you were out there,
done anything.
Bye, bye, bye. Okay.
Whoa!
Slow song, man. Slow song.
Oh man,
Come on, Walker. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
Ray, you felt it. All right, let me ask you this: as an artist, like grinding, and how much pressure did it take off of your shoulders to have that first hit song with Jake Owen, and kind of know that, oh, okay, man, like my foothold is good in this town.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I was still working at a hospital when that song went number one.
I remember you working in a hospital. That wasn't too long ago.
It's 4.5 years ago.
Oh, baby, a small town, oh, baby.
Down in a homemade world.
Everything I love is homemade. Yeah,
Man.
Jam.
I was working at a hospital when that went number one. So like, it allowed me. That song allowed me to like, obviously quit I literally quit the hospital the day that song went number one.
Heck
Did
yeah,
you?
dude.
I did.
Were you like slinging your mask
So fun
off?
fact, I called my boss. I was supposed to
Now, what were you doing?
radiology.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
What? How did I not know this?
You didn't know this?
I didn't know you were running radiology. No.
yeah, like if you broke your leg, I'd take an X-ray of it or whatever. So I quit the job. And then I was able to like just fully focus on music. Which 6 months later, I put out my EP that had "While You're Gone" on it.
Yeah.
2020 was a crazy year for everybody, but it was really good to me. I had my daughter. Oh, my daughter was. So I was telling the story. Homemade went number one on a Sunday. Called my boss, said, "Hey, I had already made a deal with her that I would work one shift after. If I ever got number one, I was going to quit, but I would work one more shift. So I was going to go work that Monday, and my wife went into labor.
Wow.
So
You know what they
I
said?
never worked that last shift.
Babies bring number ones, man.
They do.
It's a
I
saying
think I had
around.
another one. I didn't
Babies bring blessings,
just want to get
man.
another.
Yep. I know, right? I know. I
And
know.
then
I had one the same week that my new record come out.
That's
I had a
awesome.
baby, so
How sick is that?
yeah, really
Yeah.
good.
So you move. You write Homemade. So a couple years passed before Forever After All.
Yeah, I think yeah,
That's a mega hit.
yeah, probably 20. So Homemade was 2020. So yeah, 20. It might have been 2021.
Did y'all write that in
Next year.
Montana?
Forever After All. No, we wrote it at Luke's house.
Did you?
You know, we saw him the night that y'all wrote it that day, and then we saw him that
I
night.
remember this. for some reason I don't know why I remember.
For what?
I
Like a
called
UFC
you.
fight or
I
something?
called you
that's
that
right.
on the way home.
You called me or texted me. I was like, dude, Luke played me that song.
I was like, dude.
Yeah.
And we were
Forever
there.
After All.
I don't know if it was a Friday.
UFC fight or something?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Pizza Friday or
So
something.
y'all were having like a
cooking something.
something.
Yeah,
Pizza
probably
Fridays,
cooking
probably. Yeah.
something. But he, I was like, dude, remember because we were like, bro, you need to cut that song.
Yeah.
That's a hit. That's a big fat hit, and it
Thanks.
was a big.
Guess I owe
fat-
y'all steak
You do.
dinner
We're
for
the
me.
reason, actually, that it got
Well, you
cut.
actually owe me 5% of
5%?
song.
I'll take one.
Big
10
hit,
billion.
which brings us all the way to you going on tour with Luke and doing your thing. Kind of a little rebrand in the middle of it.
Yeah,
Hey, how did Camouflage Cowboy come to life?
Europe. Conversation me and Luke had in Europe.
He was like, "You are the
You are the Camouflage Cowboy. No, but that would be hilarious.
That's what you should say.
am Camouflage
Kate,
Cowboy."
the Kate,
He's
like
like-
a
he's
bottom
like-
land Kate flying off
He's
your
like,
back.
go look in the mirror and tell yourself you are the Camouflage Cowboy. So then I'm on the bus. I'm like, I am the Camouflage.
Before every show. I am the Camouflage
Before
Cowboy.
you walk out.
No, man, it was we were on the bus together with each other for a month, so we like talked about everything. And one night we got to talking about like how the whole Black PFG thing, came to life with him, and
That being his Columbia shirt that he wears.
Yeah,
around.
like, and how like it's such a staple in like his brand.
For sure.
He's like, man, you got to get something like that. So it was really happened by mistake. So we get back from Europe, and I obviously had those thoughts in my head, like, man, what? Like,
That's my thing.
I've always worn a cowboy hat on stage. Like, that was even before I moved to Nashville. Like, I've worn a cowboy hat anytime I sang since I was a kid, you know? And so, but that wasn't enough. It's like, okay, what is my thing? Like, what do people, can they recognize me by?
So you just paired it with a Brothers Hunt.
I did.
Bottomland hoodie.
I forgot it started. That's the story.
Is that where you're trying to get to?
Yes.
Okay.
So we get back from Europe. I'm on tour when I get back from Europe in the States. I'm on tour with Cody Johnson. We played somewhere up in the Northeast, and it was freezing cold. I mean, we got back from Europe late October, I think, so it was like November. It's freezing cold. All I had with me to not freeze to death was a Brothers Hunt Bottomland.
That's what I was.
Bottomland.
That's what I was looking for.
It's the best seller, dude.
You know, and
That hoodie's great.
so
by the
it
way.
is great. So I put it on. I play the show. After the show, I go to my merch table and like meet with fans. And I'm telling you, every single person that felt like in that line was like, dude, I love the camouflage. Love the camouflage and the cowboy hat. Love the camouflage.
Come
and
on.
I'm like, is this the thing? Is this the thing we talked about in Europe? So the next weekend, I'll wear camouflage on stage. Same thing in the merch line. Dude, we love the camouflage and the cowboy hat. And I was like, interesting.
Has this not been done yet?
So I texted Walker and Cappy and Jared, and I was like, dude, I think this camouflage thing is interesting. And I don't know if it was me that said it in the group text or one of them that said it, but it's like, said something about the camouflage.
It's probably Walker.
It's probably Walker.
Yeah.
Said something about like the camouflage cowboy
he
in
all
just
business.
a joking way, like
Camouflage cowboy.
It
Yeah.
just like popped up, and I was like, we had already started talking about like making a record, and I was like, holy cow, that's the name of my record. I just knew immediately.
Holy
that's the name of my record.
Camouflage Cowboy.
Holy camouflage.
But
cowboy.
then I got to like, I was like, man, I got to write a song called Camouflage Cowboy. I can't just title it that.
Sure.
So then I started thinking like, what does that mean?
Huh.
And dude, it's the most vulnerable I've ever been in a song. I wrote it by myself. It took me a while, but because dude, I'm a guy, man. I need my co-writers. I trust like you
Same.
boys. Like
Yeah, I need somebody telling
I
me
need somebody
it's
telling me
good.
it's wrong
Yeah,
or it's
yep.
right,
Right.
you know. And so it took me a minute. And every time I would get to the point where I was like, man, this ain't no good. I need somebody to help me. And I would like go to take it to a co-writer. I would just be like, you can't do it. You can't do that. You got to write this story yourself.
Cool.
And so, anyway, I don't know that it's the perfect song, but it's perfect to me. And, you know, it's just, so many people have related to the song. It's crazy that, like, you know, cowboys are tough, man. And we like hide things to like show how tough we are. But this song is like, man, I ain't so tough, and I ain't trying to look tough. You know, there's a line in the song. It's like, I don't wear this hat to be like John Wayne. It just helps keep the sun off of the pain. And it's like, man, I ain't tough no more. It's just like helping me like facade this whole
man.
like
Feel it.
so like
Feel like I am.
don't exactly. And but because you try to be tough for your wife and for your kids and like
Every
show
day.
them that you're not like this whole being on the road and being gone and people you can relate. Like I've had people like text me and be like, man, I relate to the song, and they're like business owners that like you can't bring like your work and like the stress that you're going through in you know
It's
work
tough,
life.
isn't it?
You can't bring it home. It is
Man,
tough,
it's
dude.
tough.
And so the song has been really cool that people have related to it in so many ways, and kind of just talk about how I've kind of dealt with like those things. And it's kind of a mental health song. And I never thought that that's kind of what the title track for my debut record to be. But that's what it turned into.
God, that's so cool, man.
Great story.
That's great.
It's really great that it involves us, you know?
I know it
Yeah,
is.
the
that's my
thing.
favorite part.
That's the
Yep.
thing that
It
makes
does.
it really
It
hit.
truly does.
Not that it helps people, but
Right.
bro, what does hunting look for you, man? Like for you these days? What does fishing? What does getting out into the outdoors look like for you?
I hope to get to do a lot this year. My tour schedule is kind of not as crazy as it has been in, you know, the last 4 years.
So when you fire them back up.
I mean, I got shows this weekend.
Yeah.
You going out with Kojo?
I've got some dates with him this year.
Yeah.
Yep. Got some more fairs and festivals. Got a headline show. So I mean, I don't really know, what it looks like.
You still hunting that spot behind your house?
I am, dude.
Dude, that is a jam up spot.
It is.
Yeah, that's a jam up spot.
And they got so I've only lived there for 3 years, so I haven't really known. They've always planted that field, but now I've like learned what they do.
Sure.
So it's going to be a good year back there this year because
Is it
they planted corn.
Mm.
They planted beans last year and it was not great.
Really?
Yeah.
Shocking.
The corn is what has been.
That's the
Corn's gonna hold them. Yeah.
Corn is it's wild. So they planted corn back there.
Is it doing good back there? It's had some decent rain. We had a drought.
Yes.
It's doing good.
We got a lot of rain up there. Yeah. So
Nice.
it's doing good. The problem is when they cut it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I don't really know what's back there right now.
Sure.
You said you running cameras yet?
Yeah, I mean I got a camera, but like
Anybody ever shoot that big deer that's back there? That was
it got shot.
It did.
It got shot.
That's a big deer.
I'll show you a picture of it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen
The kid shot it,
They always do.
but a kid that like.
Good.
No.
I mean,
Good for them.
I'm like friends with his dad. But yeah,
You're friends with the kid's dad?
yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
No, the good thing about when they cut corn is that'll be getting into because when do they harvest corn? Like
I mean, around here,
It's like it's close to like. I mean, it's cutting it close.
November.
yeah, I was about to say like
Around
getting
here.
into rut time
Because it's
So,
October and
Yeah.
early October up
Yeah.
north.
So deer are gonna be movement, and the thing about the difference with beans and corn is like most bean fields you can see deer coming through it. Corn you can't.
Corn you can't.
You have no clue.
So I have no idea what's back there because they haven't quite.
Well, they'll live in it.
No doubt.
Exactly.
If they can get a little rain, dude, then they've got water, food.
The thing that
Cover.
I've got to figure
Yeah.
out, and I'm not like a hunting aficionado like you guys, but like I've got to figure out how to get these deer because I love to bow hunt. Like that's what my dream is to kill like a deer back there with my bow.
Mhm.
Like that's I don't really care to kill one back there with my gun. But
Yeah.
You know what's what you know.
how do I get? I don't know how to.
Here's
get
what you
these
should
deer
do.
To me, dude.
Here's what you should do, especially when it's getting into that pre-rut. Go ahead. Even right now, you can do this. Go ahead and make a mock scrape,
Mm.
and get a buck or whatever buck back there. Because if you make a mock scrape and put a little deer piss in it or whatever, like you're going to draw whatever deer's in that field. They're going to come check it out just because their awareness and their brain is not going to let them not.
Yeah.
So I think if you're hunting a big field edge like you are,
Yep.
that there's a huge field edge everywhere you look,
Yep.
go ahead and get you a mock scrape going to where you're patterning those deer to that scrape.
And you
get
kinda
'em-
know
and,
once
and
they
do
cut
it.
that
Do a
corn.
couple. Do a few down that line to where they'll start making their get used to coming this way, hitting that whole thing down that line and going up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once they cut that corn, it's going to push them into your woods. You already know.
Right.
So as long as that's a normal travel corridor,
It is. Yeah.
and I'm with Reid on kind of monitoring what's happening back there because they may use it more towards the beginning of December than they do in October. So I mean, it's kind of being like when you have these small parcels, timing to me is everything.
Yeah.
Timing's everything, but the quicker you can get them in a pattern, and not
Well, that's
even
what I'm
like
saying, just
they're-
recognizing when the if you
they're
get,
not going to hit it every day.
Yeah,
but if you can
got
get
him-
them coming to one spot,
Yeah.
and if they start coming to that spot more than one time, you're going to have a chance pre-rut, rut, post-rut. They're going to come check that back out,
Yeah.
especially if you're freshening it up every now and then.
Right.
I'll tell you personally, I think the greatest time to hunt scrapes or mock scrapes right after a rain. I mean, when it's after a rain, you feel like those bucks want to get in there to freshen the stuff back up
And
man.
see what else has
And
been
if
in
you
there
can
to freshen it up.
if you can set a pattern, we're getting deep in the deer theory here, but if you can set a pattern where corn's cut, this is in my brain, this is how you kill that buck. Corn's cut, you've already got them walking the wood line either on your mock scrape, and what they'll usually end up doing is taking over that scrape, right, and kind of making it their own scrape.
They'll make 10 of them down that.
So then all of a sudden, because they think there's competition,
Especially if they think
there.
there's
So
a
when
hot
it
doe in
rains,
there.
do you go back out there and
So after a rain, after they've already been hitting it, they'll go, oh, well, I know I got to go freshen that up. So, and a lot of scrape stuff around here, especially in Tennessee, happens at night. But after a rain and it's still kind of dark, pull them in late afternoon.
And here's another thing is like early season.
Here's another thing. Here's another
No,
thing.
I'm
Here's
just-
another-
dude, I need it all.
Here's a little tip. Like does are not going to go make that scrape. So bucks early season are going to go make that scrape, and what they're going to do is they're going to paw the ground. They're going to get up in the trees, put their pheromones in the trees, and they're going to piss in it. So little buck lure, make it like mock your own scrape.
Find you a licking branch.
Like find a licking branch, put a little buck piss on it. And then as those you see does and you see other like does start coming into heat, switch to doe urine. And then put doe urine in there. And then that buck will come to check out what other bucks are in the area. But as rut kicks in and they start coming into heat, he's going to think of hot does in that area. And
this might be the first podcast that I'm going to go back and listen to myself so that I can remember what y'all are telling me.
I'll tell you
that's like you're not able to plant food plots back there. You're not able to use that as a killing plot.
You got to work with what you got.
You got to work with what you got. And that's the best way to get in any condition, man.
Dude.
And you can even put what I've done is if there ain't no trees back there to do it, which I know there are, but like drill a post in, screw a couple of branches in it, and make your own mock scrape out of that. You know.
I also like these ropes. I like the rope theory. It's a new deal, but like people are hanging real thick. Right. Yeah,
I've seen this
thick ropes. And doing the same thing.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? I think it's a good idea, man.
I just don't.
It just feel unnatural.
It just feels unnatural to me. Which deer will get used to anything. But
I was actually about to say exactly what I think you're about to say. Essentially, what you want to do is create an environment, or not create an environment, but maybe help alter an environment to the place to where deer want to be. They want to feel comfortable. They want to be able to make marks and leave their marks on stuff without it feeling like
intrusive
and unnatural.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I kind of just shit on my own theory, but I think
they work. No,
for me, what I think
they work.
The rope
and they hold scent too.
If you don't have a branch hanging over a scrape, naturally
they even make them hemp ropes now where the deer are eating them. Like they're literally licking them. And
I don't know if that's legal here, but it feels a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about that either, actually. No, that we say that. A little baitish.
It's a mineral rope.
Mineral? But you can't hunt over, you can't hunt over mineral here either.
It's over percentage, isn't it? Something? I don't know.
Probably.
It's a certain
that's right. No, you're right.
So it's like X amount % of mineral, then it's okay.
That's right. You just can't trophy rock it.
So, mute the podcast. Maybe we should create a mineral rope.
Josh, Ray.
We could do this forever.
Yeah, we could do this forever. Hey, we do two things. Oh, yeah, you got to do.
I'm sure that was important. That thing you had to say, but it's a part of the show for the one that got away.
What's the one that got away for you, Drewby?
I mean, I could go, dude. I could go anywhere. I mean,
you had some stuff get away from me.
A lot of fish have gotten away from me.
Yeah, really.
Lots of. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Give us a good fish story, right?
Yeah, what's the one?
I went fishing with this guy. I'm not gonna say where. I'm really not. But it was on. Well, it was on the Cumberland River. I'll say that.
Yeah, great fishermen don't give up their spots, dude.
Yeah, but it was on the Cumberland River.
There you go. That's a big river.
Yeah,
probably a log jam up there somewhere.
And we were catching smallies, dude.
North of Henderson,
we're catching smallies, and
we know where it's at.
We were wearing them out. We were catching a bunch, dude. But the biggest one of the day, literally, just I seen it right there in front of me.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
How big? Like football, like 4+?
Oh yeah,
Smalley?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I mean, it was massive.
Fishermen out there, if you've never caught a smallmouth bass,
it's the most.
Go catch a smallmouth bass, dude.
Go. Like something crazy,
oh my goodness, it is. Now listen, I can rip largemouth out of a lake all day long, but if you want to get into some fun fishing, dude, go smallmouth fishing, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What lure were you throwing? Do you remember?
Worm, spinnerbait. I was throwing a spinnerbait. I'm kind of a spinnerbait guy. I know that's kind of like
bro, a lot of money.
Amateur, childish.
Is it? Well, I didn't know.
It's traditional, is what it is. A lot of guys.
It's easy.
Chatterbait.
It's easy.
Chatterbait's the new. Chatterbait's the new flashy spinnerbait.
I mean, you just tie it up and just throw it, and really, you don't. There's no finesse to it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's why.
Reid's the fishing guy. I'm the hunting guy.
That's why I
so
say
look at him
it's
when
like,
you talk about.
You're the music guy. I'm the fishing and hunting. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
What did I say? What was this? What did I say to you a long time ago?
Some guys. What was it? Help me.
Can't wait to hear
I was like, some.
What were the two things though? Oh, some of us are good at sports, and some of us are good at music. And I was like, "Bitch, I'm good at both of them." So I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe that's for you.
This is like when Dan got his first guitar and he was ripping, but I was still beating him in driveway basketball every day.
Not true.
Yeah, right.
That necessarily.
Pull out the home videos.
What was
Talk about all the ones that got away for Dan.
That was one of my first ones.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm a son, tell me I'm
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
That's what I was
you got
learning.
another one that got away?
So I got that. This one's kind of crazy. So I bought a brand new deer stand last year to hunt back there, what we were talking about. And I had set it up. Me and my dad spent all day setting this deer stand.
Ladder stand.
Yes, ladder stand.
Yeah.
It was.
It's the way to go.
I'm in on ladder stands, by the way. I love them.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
This was a nice one too. Like I was like, I'm gonna get me a nice one. And it was a Hawks,
Yeah.
something like that.
Hawk. Yeah.
Hawk. So,
Probably one of those. Don't even start. Dude. I'm kind of mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
Good for her, but I'm just sick of that.
it was
It's probably
cool.
it's probably
She's cool.
1.5 man, big stand.
yeah, big
fold
stand.
ups.
It's like those like 21 and a half inch
Yeah,
seat, like
bow
plenty of room, dude.
bow hunter's dream stand.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I bought this stand. Me and my dad came up, helped me put it up. And I was like, this is going to be an awesome stand to hunt from. So we put it up on a weekend. I go on the road the next week to play like my last run of shows for the year. And I was like, man, I'm going to come back. And
Thinking
I'm gonna
about that
hunt,
deer
dude.
stand.
That's all
Oh,
I'm thinking
baby.
about.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
going to hunt. Dude, I get back, the November tornado.
What?
I never sat in the deer stand.
Gone?
Gone. Completely ripped through our, like where I live.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know
They
that.
get real close
Completely
to you.
ripped it out of the tree, ripped the tree.
Oh my gosh.
Never sat in the stand one
Did you
time.
ever find it?
Yeah, it's still, because I had it strapped to the tree, so the tree fell. The stand was
Twisted
like
it up.
twisted, but the limb, like, or the tree, like, fell and broke.
Dude, somebody got to reach out to Hawk, man.
It, like,
Yeah, we gotta get my man
We
another
gotta get
hawk.
my
It
man
like
another one
snapped
of
the tree
those.
in half, and so like the stand was still attached to the tree. I mean, me and my dad did a good job keeping it to the tree, But it was a twisted, mangled mess. I mean, it was it was a legit tornado. That hit
Yeah, you gotta remember it getting close
back
to
in
you.
November. It was the one that
about.
went through like Hendersonville. And,
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, it's a legit tornado that like ripped it out of there. But yeah, never sat in the deer stand. It's actually still in my backyard, twisted, mangled mess, just because I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
You got you another one up though.
Send me a picture of that
don't-
stand.
Dang, we
I
gotta
don't-
get you
I
another
don't
one
have
up.
another one up, but I'm going to. I just hadn't had time.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
there ain't no time.
Yeah.
New baby on the
Bro.
road, writing songs in between.
There ain't
all
no
that,
time
so,
for nothing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a new one up. I literally thought about it this morning. I was like, man, I got to get a new stand because like now that the Luke tour's over,
Yeah,
You got
kind
some
of
time,
slowing
though.
down a little bit.
Time to
so
do
You got some time, man.
I got a
some
lot to
time.
catch up on, and so that was one. And the last one that got away was
Never had a three-peat, but I love it.
I love it. Take time, man. Get in there.
Luke took me turkey hunting for the first time last year, and him, and Ray, and
Where'd y'all go?
at Luke's.
Okay.
This might have been Luke's one that got away.
Oh,
like
yeah.
part of his.
Yeah, I
part
think
of
he
his-
told us
was
too.
it?
I could love to hear your
Yeah.
perspective though, because he's a liar.
Well, he took me. He told me, he was like, man, he knew that I've never killed a turkey. I've been turkey hunting many times. I've never killed one. But he was like, man, I want to be the guy that gets you your first turkey. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go out there with him and Ray, and they're like going to help me get my first turkey.
Mm.
I don't know nothing about it,
Mhm.
calling or anything. And so they take me out there, and we're literally debating, like, do we sit here or do we sit here? And ultimately, we decide we're going to sit over here, So,
Which
or
is the thing-
When we call, we hear the turkey. It's like over here.
That is a
Yeah.
That's a moment that every turkey hunter goes through.
Yeah.
Like we do it just about every time. Unless you roost a bird and you know he's there and you've got it picked out a tree. Like if you go in blind and hear a turkey, you're always going to have the conversation with, whether it's with yourself or with your hunting buddies.
It's
where
usually,
to sit.
should we set up on that point or back here in the woods?
Right. It's usually like closer to him or farther away. What's he going to do?
Which one are we going to sit? And the joke has always been that Ray picked that we were going to sit over here.
Of course he did.
Yeah. So we go sit over here. I mean, this turkey is like hammering, dude. And so finally, here he comes. He's flying. I mean, dude, if it was a duck, he would have been dead. Because, I could have just, boom.
He literally flies over the top of it.
Oh, right. Right over. We're just sitting there like this, and he just like flies. Instead of flying right in front of us, he flies right overhead and sits down right behind us. So now we're like, oh my God, we got to completely turn around and go to where we thought about sitting at. So we go and we're crawling through that creek bed, that dried up creek bed. And we're like, dude, I imagine if you had a camera out there on the other side and you could have just seen like our eyes peek up over, like all three of us.
We know the exact creek bed
we're just peeking up. Like,
a matter of fact, I know the bird you're talking about.
Yeah, I can see it.
So we're like working our way over there. And by this point, the bird is like moved towards that tree line, you know? And so I still don't see the turkey at this point. Like I haven't seen it yet because of just how we were like sitting.
Yeah.
And finally we get situated and I mean, this is over the course of like a good minute. Like we're trying to get this bird to come closer to us. And dude, I'm not kidding you. There was like one spot that we all three agreed if the turkey gets right there,
let it eat.
yes.
Okay.
I'm not kidding you. This turkey is going up this tree line, right? We're sitting across this little open area. He's going up this tree line, and he's like almost to the place. And I've got gun up.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he gets right here. He goes up the hill away from us.
Just makes the circumference where you can't shoot him.
And then where he comes back down the hill is
outside
the like. I'm not kidding you. That sounds crazy, but that is exactly what happened.
No, it don't sound crazy.
The bird
seen it a
literally
million
just
times.
knew that like I was going to shoot here.
It was like, well, I can't
And
go
he, like,
within that circumference.
He's like,
right
oh,
there.
he'll shoot me right there.
I mean, he was like,
almost.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what happened. And then like, we kind of chased him down the property for a little ways and just never could. But
Yeah, once he's past that point
Yeah.
in the holler, he's headed north.
I mean, Ray and Luke say that maybe I could have made the shot, but I wouldn't. I mean, it was 70.
Yeah, that's a poke.
Good for
That's
you,
a
dude.
poke. I
was
You
like,
don't
man,
take
I
that.
ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Turkey hunting is about like
somebody that may have been a little more confident, maybe, but like,
Yeah, but even, like,
70's too far.
turkey's
man.
like bow hunting, man. She like
You want 'em
like
tight.
you're not gonna shoot a deer. It's like you're not gonna try to shoot a deer at
No,
70 yards.
no.
You could possibly hit that deer and fatally hit that deer, but the odds of you doing that are really small.
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like you want them, and the same thing with turkey hunting, man. You want them where you know that you can put an ethical shot on that bird.
Yeah.
So good for you.
And honestly, ethical, if we're being legit, is 35.
Yeah, some
Honestly.
people are going to argue now. TSS, you can shoot
Oh,
them at
you
80.
can. Look,
But
you
dude,
can. But I'm.
and that's what
Yeah,
had one of those chokes, you know.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not.
I'm not saying that like Ray and Luke probably could have done it. I was not confident in myself enough to like do it.
You know what? I've seen both of them not take that shot before, though.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's not.
And they were like,
Yeah.
they were super like big champions.
just
of
wanted-
like, man,
yeah.
they did.
They just wanted you to
wanted
get
me
a
to
turkey.
get the bird.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were like, after the fact, they were like, dude, good on you for not. You know,
That's
I
for
mean,
sure.
they were like,
Yeah.
obviously good friends about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you know, the older I get, the more I realize that hunting like that is more about what do you want out of the experience. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, and the fact that we're talking about it, like, I mean, it was the best time. And Luke and Ray, like, I don't know this, but they both told me like it was the most unsuccessful success hunt ever.
I remember him saying that.
Mhm.
Like it was.
I think
like,
that's the first time he's ever called one in for somebody
everything
else.
about it,
Yeah.
everything about it was perfect except we didn't get a bird.
I mean, to me, that kind of is perfect.
And dude, it was all. I mean, I'm telling you, like it gave me like an itch that needs to be scratched every year now.
Same. That's exactly what's going on with my calf. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched. Actually, my whole body's kind of been itching this entire episode, so maybe I'm messed up. But, well, dude, hey, man, we'll help you get that turkey
Yeah.
if we can all 3 quit having kids.
I know.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's tough, ain't it?
Yeah. Come with
That's
us.
tough. But okay, Gravorite, let's do it.
Gravorite song.
Ooh.
And look, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be like the best song ever. It's just
Yeah, that's
to
tough,
you.
but, you know.
Yeah, it is. It needs to be explained to you. Like, what's a jam you like?
Some Travis Tritt, maybe? Like,
Like I smell TROUBLE.
oh, I mean,
I can't play
that is a good one. Yeah, I'd like to see you play that one. What about like anymore? I can't hide the way I feel about you
Sing it, boy.
anymore.
Dude's a crooner, man.
No doubt.
I can't hold the hurt inside, keep the pain out of my eyes anymore.
This is it right here.
My tears no longer waiting. My resistance ain't that strong. My mind keeps recreating a life with you alone. I'm tired of pretending I don't love you anymore. Yeah. Jam.
Hey, man.
I was feeling that. That was
Hey,
good song.
Camouflage
Cowboy. We love the hell out of you, man.
Love y'all too,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah,
Love you,
appreciate
y'all.
Thanks for coming.
Yep, love y'all.
Man,
Hey, go check
crushed
out
it.
Camouflage Cowboy. Thanks for the swag bag.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
got some Hey dudes
Appreciate
coming
you
in.
boys,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was great.
Man,
I was like,
DP,
swag bag. Well, I didn't get one.
Drew,
oh yeah.
Drew Park, everybody, hanging out in God's country. Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Camouflage
love you.
Cowboy.
Appreciate you.
Go get them.
Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.